I mean, we all knew we would have to make sacrifices to make it work, and we all had our own lives going on. So we're looking at doing it a bit healthier in a way that we could go out for 2 weeks and come home for 1 or 2 weeks, go out for 2 weeks, which would extend the tour. We'd probably be going for a good year and a half to make sure we could visit all the places around the world. But we could still sort of keep up to date with what we were doing. And I had made deals with the school that we could do remote learning. Kids were really young at the time. So it's like, we just found a way that we could make it work. Then, of course, like a surprise pregnancy changes things quite a bit. But I was just like...
So you had no idea?
No idea. I was just started feeling really ill. And it was just, pregnancy was so far from something that we were looking at doing. So then I was looking at it like, how am I going to make this work? So then
Did you tell any of the other girls at this point?
No, I didn't tell anybody at this point. I was still trying to figure out, what I was going to do. I did the cesarean, and then 7 weeks afterwards, I was in rehearsals and doing the X Factor reunion performance.
And I remember seeing you on stage, and you were insane, like incredible.
Thanks, mate. And I think there was a photo shoot that happened, and they were going to shoot somebody else's body and put my head on it.
What? No way.
So that was the only funny thing that happened, but luckily the photo of me was never released.
They were going to shoot someone else's body with your head on it.
Yeah.
That's so not cool.
Not going to say I didn't I wasn't that cool with it, but at the same time, I knew how difficult it was to get this thing going. And having been a part of getting this thing going, the last thing I wanted to do was create any sort of roadblock. So I was certainly up for it and let it happen. But then it came back. I was like, this just doesn't feel right. Like, I just can't do it. So there was a photo shoot that happened. All the girls look amazing, but I just wasn't in. And when it came time for rehearsal, I just entered and just wanted to make sure that it just wasn't a problem and that I just sort of showed up and did my work. And my gorgeous husband, Max, was there throughout all of it with little baby Senna, and we'd set our alarms so that it was time to breastfeed, and he'd bring him over, and whether I was in a meeting, they'd filmed everything, whether I was in a meeting with all the girls talking about how we were going to do it.